Hey everyone, it's your girl K Divine. I'm not sure who this message is for, but I'm picking up this energy. Um, Somebody is really mad at you because you are not suffering the way they wanted you to. I'm not sure who I'm speaking to. I'm not sure who this is for, but somebody or a group of people, a community of people, they're upset because you escaped all the traps that they set for you. And they're trying to figure out how you did it. I'm seeing the magician card in my mind's eye. So you're the magician in the tarot deck. You're a powerful manifester. I don't know what you did, and I'm not sure how you did it, but you escaped some sort of trap. You escaped some sort of evil plot and plan that was set against you and your loved ones. And people, like, yo, haters, like, some of them are in awe of you right now. And because some of these people who came up against you, they didn't even know you. They never met you. They never spoke to you. But they listened to what other people who were in close proximity to you said about you. And these people just made up a whole bunch of lies about you because they just don't like you. And the reason why they don't like you is because of your bright light. Like, these people never wanted you to see your potential. These people never wanted you to step into the person who you were supposed to be. These people, they were so used to maintaining this level of control over everyone, and they knew that if they didn't keep you down, that it was inevitable for them to begin to lose a grip on everyone, because you're the seer. Whoever you are, 222 on my timer, you're the seer. You see things that other people don't see. You have a high level of intelligence. You're probably very emotionally intelligent, and I've said this for some time now. I wholeheartedly believe that this world is truly lacking in emotional intelligence. It's something that we don't teach in schools. It's something that most parents don't really even have. So it's like they can't teach their children something that they do not have, right? But you're probably very emotionally intelligent, which is probably the reason why you were able to dodge all of these bullets from these people. And I'm picking up this heavy energy of, like, these people were coming at you really hard. And and not only am I picking up on this energy, but it's like I've had this experience as well. So it's like, I know, like, whoever I'm speaking to, like, you got people very, very upset with you right now. They are mad because every single thing that they did to try to destroy you backfired big time. And there are consequences, guys. There are consequences to these people's actions. People thought that they were going to be able to come at you any kind of way that they wanted to. They thought that they were going to be able to come and disrespect you, and that they were just going to be able to keep going about their merry way. But we have to be very clear in understanding that you do reap what you sow. Whatever energy you put out into the universe is what you will receive back. You can, and I've been saying this for a while too, like, you cannot sow bad seeds and expect a full harvest. You cannot believe for 1 second that you can go around disrespecting people, putting people down, plotting and planning against people so that you can have a win, and think that you're going to be blessed. It's not possible. It's not. And I mean, they may temporarily win for a little bit. They may have some sort of success. They may get that position that they stole from you. They may receive some money that was put for you, 444 on the timer. They may receive some of that at some point, but it's not guaranteed that it's going to stay. It's not going to stay at all. They're not going to be able to maintain it. especially those people who were playing in your energy, those people who were masquerading around as you, those people who were masquerading around as if, you know, they were trying to embody you, right? The people who copy you, your copycats. Thank you, Spirit. Your copycats. The people who were copying your essence, repeating the things that you were saying, those people. Now that you're not around them, they're having a really hard time maintaining this facade that they have curated. And they're so upset because they were really hoping that whatever it is that they did to you was going to be your downfall and your ending, and that you were never going to come back from that. But unfortunately for them, they don't have that. They don't have the pleasure of seeing you fall. And that's totally not anyone's problem but theirs. They're going to have to deal with that. They're going to have to take that up with the Most High. I'm also been picking up, like, somebody's karma for coming after you the way that they did is they're going to be very sick. If they're not already very sick. Somebody might be hiding an illness. Yeah. Somebody's sick right now. And they don't, and you know, this is not like the flu or a head cold. This is full on, like, this might be terminal for them. I mean, and at this point, some people need to either get right. They need to repent for what they said about you and what they did to you. But even then, I don't know. Some people, they may not be able to come back from the things that they did towards you. But somebody is really, really upset that you are not suffering the way that they wanted you to suffer. And it's so crazy because I've been thinking, like, I know a lot of people, when they hear like messages like this, well, people who are not, you know, that they don't, the people who don't understand, they'll say things like, oh, there's no way, like, people aren't really out here doing stuff like that. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. People are in, you know, they're part of like secret societies. They're part of, you know, these weirdo groups that love to target individuals and make them out to, you know, benefit off of them. I hear a lot of Sunshine. Pray for my enemies. Lord, I need clarity. They ain't got empathy for me. They stare at me. They used my couch when they needed the therapy. Took what they needed, but never took care of me. They saw a dollar sign, treat me like currency. Kill all their hopes and dreams that they want to murder me. Sunshine on me. Because that's really what they did. That's really what they did. They saw you as an opportunity. These are opportunists. And whoever I'm speaking to, more than likely you're one of those people who minds their business. You know, you be just trying to do the best job that you can do. And that somehow, that triggers people. That's another video I'm gonna do about, you know, people's triggers are their problem to deal with, not yours. Because people will try to project those feelings onto you because they feel uncomfortable around you. And it's like, okay, your uncomfortability has nothing to do with me. If my presence disturbs you, then that is something that you need to look in within yourself and ask yourself, why is it that you feel uncomfortable? It's not that I need to dim myself down. It's not that I need to change who I am. It's not that I need to hide myself and go behind closed doors and play the background so that you can feel better. If you feel uncomfortable, you need to go deal with that. These are just plain facts here. And while I'm saying that, 9/11 on the timer, you belong in every single room you walk into. Don't let anybody in their life ever try to tell you that you don't belong somewhere just because you don't fit the look or whatever. Because people, honestly, those things are illusions. That is made up. There's no such thing as, oh, well, you don't really belong here. It's like, I don't want to be a part of your group. Like, if I'm in a space doing whatever it is I'm doing me, and I'm not bothering you. I'm not in your way. So what's the problem? It's just that some people have a hard time dealing with their own insecurities. And instead of them taking accountability for themselves and saying, like, these are my feelings and I'm responsible for my feelings, they will take that and they will project it onto you, and they'll try to make it your problem. And these are the same people who go out of their way to try to get a reaction out of you. These are the people these people are easily triggered by whatever it is. It's not what's on you, it's what's in you. Thank you, Spirit. It's not what's on you, it's what's in you. They see something in you that they may be lacking, or something that they want, and it's something that they can't possess with money. They can't go out and buy it. This is not about material things. This is not about the car that you drive. This is not about the house that you have. This is not about the clothes that you wear. This is about your pure essence and who you are to your core as a person. Because there are a lot of people out here in this world who have curated what I call their representative. This is not who they are. This is the person that they try to present themselves to be in society. But behind closed doors, that's not who they are. Plane going over, that's confirmation. That's not who they are. That these people are not, they're not kind in real life. They're not helpful. I like to call them setup queens or sabotage queens, because that's what they do. Like, in the shadows, behind closed doors and whispers, they make plans and they plot against you. And then their goal in the end is to pretend as if, like, they want to get that reaction. So what they're trying to do is, like, they'll make it seem as if they're trying to be helpful towards you, or that they're trying to give you some sort of kind gesture, but really they're trying to set you up to respond and react to their nonsense. And my best advice to anyone who is dealing with that is always kill them with kindness, because it's not worth getting upset over. If you already know what the plot is, there's nothing to be upset about. Like, that person got to go deal with themselves. They got to go look at themselves in the mirror and ask themselves, why am I the problem here? Because the thing is that people do those things so that they can project onto you, so they can feel better about themselves. They need to bring you down to their level so that they can feel above you. And some people, even if you're not doing anything to them, people will want to kick you down because for some reason they may feel small in your presence. Like, you have big energy. You have a big presence. You have a big aura about you, whoever I'm speaking to. And a lot of people can't handle that in certain spaces. Like, for instance, like, if you work a 9-to-5 job, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with 9-to-5 jobs. You got to do what you got to do. But for some of you, in the long run, you're not going to be able to stay. You're not going to be able to stay in corporate America. Your ideas are too big. Your purpose is too great to be sitting here at someone else's job doing busy work. Because half of these 9-to-5 jobs, that's really what you're doing, is busy work. And some of these companies are feeding off of your energy, Like I said, you got a big presence. Those people in leadership, the reason why you wondering why you can't climb that corporate ladder, you wondering why every time you go in for an interview, you could have been the best one. You could be the top candidate. You could have all the credentials, and even if you don't have like the education behind it, but people can see your talent and your skills, and they can see what you can do, but you're always passed up. And it's not because you're not capable, and it's not because you're not great, but it's because people want to keep you at a certain level, because they know that if you go for those positions, that you're going to surpass them. And they have to keep you in a space where they know, they already know. That's why they'll come to you. They'll ask you certain questions, and they'll put you in on meetings and stuff like that, and then they'll steal your ideas. They'll copy the things that you say, and you'll never get the credit for it. They'll never give you credit for it. it's unfortunate, but it happens so much. Like that happened to me many times. When I was working in corporate America, they passed me up for a lot of positions and things of that nature, simply because they knew that if I got in there, I was going to change everything. Because I don't operate that way, and you probably don't either. You don't operate based on like that power dynamic. Like you're not seeking to be what's the word I want to use? You don't want to be over people, as far as like you don't want to be a boss. You're not a boss, you're a leader. Thank you, Spirit. You're a leader. Bosses bark orders at people. Leaders get in the mud with them and take them to the next level. And a lot of people, they want to have power over people. And I'm a full believer in people who want to have power over people have no business in those positions, because it just leaves people broken. It leaves people feeling as if they're unworthy, that they're not enough, that they don't do enough. And it's like, I have found, at least in my history in leadership, that you get way more productivity out of people when you are encouraging them. And I'm not saying, sugarcoating bad habits or anything like that, but when you're actually encouraging people, when you're actually being, stern and positive about things, even in tough situations, that is way more receptive than you being disrespectful. And a lot of people they're not going to be okay with that, because they don't know how to be respectful to people, because because they're evil. I don't know. There's no other way I can put that. There are just some people who work in these positions and they're evil. I'm going to do another video about adult bullies, because that's something I've been dealing with for a very long time. And it never ceases to amaze me. It never ceases to amaze me how grown adults who, these people, they're very aware. I want to make that clear. These people are aware of what they're doing. Don't think that these people oh no, it was a mistake. Oh, it was a misunderstanding. No, the stuff that these people do, it's calculated. And if you're a seer, if you're self-aware, if you are awakened and you see what's going on, they're definitely going to come after you. They're not going to want you around, because they know that if you see what's going on, you're going to tell everybody else what's going on. And that's probably what happened. You probably left a situation where you saw some corrupt things going on and you decided that you were not, you didn't want to be a part of that, and you walked away from the situation. And now everybody is seeing what you saw. And more than likely, those people made fun of you. They laughed at you. They said you were crazy. They tried to deem you to be mentally unstable, mentally ill, and tried to ostracize you in that group of people. But now those people are wishing that they had treated you better. The people who were targeting you, like I said, they're upset right now. They're upset because you're not suffering. They thought that they wanted you to be, they wanted you to be in that pit that they dug for you. But right now, those people are falling in that pit. The traps that they set for you, they're falling in those traps. And they don't know how to get out of them. They don't. Some of these people are going to jail for the things that they did to you. And you gonna hear about it. That information is going to be brought to you. Some of these people, I said somebody was sick, but some people may die. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be for a few years, but that the karma that they will receive for what they've done is going to be an early grave. And that is sad to say. I've been picking up heavy energy of car accidents too. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, there may be a car accident. It may be a fatal car accident, potentially. That may be the way that they pass away. Y'all have to be careful. Y'all have to be very careful about the people that you allow in your life. If you have to work a 9-to-5 job, like, you know, you got bills to pay, you got kids to take care of, I understand. If that's what you got to do for now until, you know, the Most High can put you in a better position so that you can go and be in your purpose, go to that job, do what you are required to do, and go home. Those people, your coworkers, your boss, they are not your friend. You are not friends. Don't go out to the bars with them on Friday nights. Don't go to their house parties. Don't start any relationships with your coworkers. And I mean romantic, sexual relationships. Like, don't do any of that. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not just saying that just to say it. Like, I've literally watched people who I called my friends that I worked with betray me. I've started relationships with people that I worked with, and it ended up like causing weird tension for us at work. So it's best if you keep your personal life personal and your business life business. Do not mix business with pleasure, and I mean that wholeheartedly. You have to continue to move forward. And if people think that you're weird or stuck up because you decided that you don't want to be a part of their little clique or group, okay, let them feel however they feel. Because the only thing that you're required to do at your job is your job. You're not required to tell those people your personal business. You're not required to befriend everyone in the office. And quite frankly, some of those people, the only reason why they even come to the office every single day is so that they can get into other people's business, so they can gossip about you. Because I don't know, I'm sure that somebody, whoever's listening to this, probably has gone through this. 2222 on the timer has probably gone through this. You told somebody something about what you had going on in your life, and then all of a sudden somebody in a different department over there knows about it and said something to you. You like, how did you know that? I don't even know you. I didn't speak to you about my whereabouts, about my personal business. And it's because Sally Sue over there has a big mouth and she loves to gossip and tell everybody's business because she don't know how to mind her own. So you just got to be very steadfast in your personal space. You are in your own bubble. Don't let anybody infiltrate on your bubble. And like I said, if people coming at you with that negative energy, with those, you know, trying to, you know, upset you or whatever the case may be, just kill them with kindness. Kill them people with kindness, because them people don't know how to handle kindness. They don't know what to do, because what you're doing is you're putting a mirror up to them. That's what you're doing. It's a mirror. Like, you're basically blocking off yourself and you're holding up a mirror to this person, and you're saying, like, these are your actions, not mine. This is your personality, not mine. I'm not upset. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. That's you. And a lot of people can't handle that because they're so used to projecting their feelings onto people and getting those reactions that they so desperately need, so that they can go and tell people, you know, that they're the victim, and that, oh, well, I was just trying to be helpful, and she just yelled at me, and oh, well, he was just so aggressive towards me. Like, people do that stuff all the time. You have to start being unbothered. Be completely unbothered by these people. That's why they're upset. Because that ties right back into the beginning of the message. These people are mad that you're not suffering the way that they wanted you to. And it's because you just decided to mind your business and keep pushing forward. And a lot of people don't like that. And most of the time they don't like it because they don't have the strength to do that. Those are the type of people who seek revenge. You know, they feel like they got to get their get back. But I tell you this, karma doesn't miss an address. And God's wrath is way, way more potent than anything that I could conjure up in my head. I promise you. I've watched. I'm not joking when I say this. When you're a child of the Most High, when God don't play about you, when you leave people's lives, people's lives will start to fall apart. Like, I've watched former friends' health decline after they betrayed me. And not because it's not because like I'm a witch or I'm casting spells, because I know a lot of people love to say that. Like, I remember at my previous job, some people were attacking me, and they were going around when they started receiving karma, because several people, like within weeks of each other, all lost family members. And I know, even though it wasn't said directly to me, I could tell by the way that like certain people said certain things around me or to me, that there was this rumor that I was some sort of witch and that I was casting spells. And it's like, no, I'm not a witch and I don't cast spells. What I do is, well, I'm an alchemist. I transmute energy. So whatever you were sending to me for a negative reaction, I'm gonna turn this into something positive for myself. I'm gonna turn my pain into purpose every single time, because I can't control what other people do, but I can control myself. I can control how I respond. I can control the way that I carry myself every single time. So I may not be able to stop people from trying to attack me, whether that be spiritually, physically, emotionally, whatever the case is. I can't control people from doing that, but I can control my reactions. And when people don't get those reactions out of you, it drives some of them crazy. That's why they keep coming after you. That's why some people won't leave you alone. Like, some of you are going to have to move. And when I say move, I'm not just talking about move to the next town over. You're going to have to move out of that state. You're going to have to get far away from some of these people. Because some of these people, as long as they have access to some of your, some of the people you may know or anything like that, they will continue to try to, these people are obsessed. They will continue to try to come after you. Because again, you're not suffering the way they wanted you to. They were hoping that whatever they did to try to destroy you was going to be your downfall, your end. They were hoping that you were going to be in poverty. They were hoping that you were going to be in someone's psych ward. Like, they thought that you was going to go crazy. My own family wanted me to be mentally ill and in a psych ward. Like, which is so crazy to me, because it's like, who does that? Miserable people. They miserable. People who are whole within themselves, they are not seeking to diminish other people, period. Adults know exactly what they're doing. Don't ever get that twisted. No, it was not a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a misunderstanding. Those people did exactly what they wanted to do towards you because that's what they wanted to do. And the only thing that you can do is keep it pushing. Kill it with kindness and move out of their way. Let them people destroy themselves, because ultimately they will. They will destroy themselves over time. Their actions are going to catch up with them. Because as much as they go around trying to tell everybody how they're the victim, especially if you're like the scapegoat of a situation. Shout out to all my black sheep who are watching this. If you're the scapegoat, the black sheep of the family, of your community, your church, whatever it is, when the scapegoat leaves, everything falls apart, because it's like they've been saying for all this time that you're the problem, right? Everything that goes wrong, they put it on you. They somehow frame it to put it on you. But when you leave and the problem still exists, well, then people gonna start asking questions and say like, well, you said that such and such did this and this and that, and that's the reason why this is happening. So why is this still happening if they've been gone for 6 months? Oh, well, you said that your daughter keeps calling you to help her pay all of her bills, and that's why you don't have any money, but you haven't spoken to her in 2 years and you're still broke. So where's all your money going? Like, people are going to catch on eventually. And unfortunately, most of the people who are going to catch on too late were also people who participated in the sabotage of you and like the ruining of your reputation. It's so crazy. And they'll even and those people, even if you've gone no contact, like I said, those people will try to find a way to get in contact with you again, because they're so upset with you because they can't put the blame on you anymore. The scapegoat is gone. They want, and they may, and let's be real. This is narcissistic, and we know how the narcissistic cycle goes, right? Love bomb, devalue, discard. So there are going to be people trying to come back, love bombing you, trying to say, oh, you look good, we miss you, oh, can we just let bygones be bygones, can we just move forward? No. If they did it once, they'll do it again. They will do it again. They are only going to be nice to you enough to make you feel slightly comfortable, and then they're going to start to devalue you again. They're going to start disrespecting you again. They'll come in promising you all of these, all of these gifts. They'll give you things. They'll offer you money. Like, let's say, for instance, it's a job that was completely disrespectful. Sorry, I got a notification that distracted me. They were completely disrespectful to you. They did not value you, nor your time, nor your efforts that you had in that job. And for whatever reason, you decided to leave. And now it's been a year or so, 6 months to a year has gone by. You're moving on with your life. And then here comes these people talk about hey, would you like to come back? Like, we miss you. Like, it's like, no. Well, I'm hearing Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Those people, some people will never understand your true value until you're gone. And for the people who couldn't see your value when they had it in front of them, they're not going to be able to handle you now. They should have respected you when they had the opportunity, because now you're a completely different person. The version of you that they remember is gone. They killed that person. You already had a funeral for them. That person is dead and gone. Because you learned your lesson. And don't go back. Don't go back to none of these folks. Don't go back to any of them. They know exactly what they were doing when they did it. They know exactly what they were doing. And karma always comes back. Y'all can't be sitting around waiting for karma to hit them either. Like, you can't be sitting there waiting for it. You just gotta let it happen and move forward. You'll hear about it eventually. Sometimes you'll be able to actually see it happening. But a lot of these people, they may act like they're happy on the outside. They may act like they're prospering, but they're not. They're not prospering. Not really. A lot of these people be hiding things from people. You cannot believe everything that people say. And just continue to be steadfast in holding your peace and moving forward. Because the more that you sit around and harbor that pain and harbor the hurt the further you get from your purpose, the further you get from moving forward and what you're supposed to do, you got to let that stuff go. I'm not saying that you have to forgive them. I don't believe that you have to forgive people in order to move on from a situation, but you do need to find peace within yourself to move forward from these situations. And it's going to take time. That stuff does not heal just overnight. That's not how that works. It's gonna take time, and it's gonna hurt. It hurts real bad, especially when you cared about those people, when you helped those people, when you loved on those people, when you supported those people, and you find out how dirty they will do you, how disgusting and low down their behavior is. Some of these people are downright criminals, while they were sitting over here trying to convince other people that you're the one that's the thief. But that's what they do on the weekends, is go stealing from other people. You know, you are a bright shining light, and you are amazing, and you are wonderful. You are an overcomer. That's always my most top affirmation for everyone. You are an overcomer. You were not put on this earth to just be mediocre. So don't shrink back down because people can't handle how wonderful you are. You keep being as wonderful as you absolutely can be. And if people can't handle you, move around. Go do what you need to go do over there. And when you leave, I promise you, they gonna realize what they did. I just had a situation happen like that yesterday. I had some people mistreating me for an allotted amount of time, and then when I left, not even an hour after I left, them people was calling me, and I'm like, yeah, y'all messed with the wrong one. Y'all just exposed yourselves for who you are. But that was my message for the day. I love you guys. I hope this message helped and encouraged somebody, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whenever you're tuning into this. And like I said, you're an overcomer, so don't let people make you feel like you gotta stay stuck where they left you at, because that's really what it is. They thought you were going to stay stuck. They thought you were going to stay right there, and when you decided not to, when you decided to take those knives out of your back, lick your own wounds, and suture yourself up, and get back up and walk with your head held high, they realize what they lost. It's your girl K Divine. I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day.